we have followed C.E.M.O's pattern. And what C.E.M.O does is that C.E.M.O sets out a certain structure. And then with C.E.M.O, there is a certain structure which we follow, which I'm the chairman of C.E.M.O, and then there are certain committees which are developed as a result of priority emergency management areas. For example, there's an area which deals with public health. There's an area which will deal with accessing to damage. There's an area which deals with, for example, Troy Smith, so that we can tell you within, I would say, within like a couple days of an emergency, what is the damage to Belize City? Is the damage $10 million? Is the damage $50 million? Accident and emergency. So that if anybody needs to leave the city, or within the context of a hurricane, there's a major traffic fatality. All of that you have to plan for. There's a committee that deals with that. There's a committee that deals with shelter. So that all the areas, and this comes from C.E.M.O, all the areas of risk that require operational focus during an emergency. All of those areas are areas where we have a managing committee that's made up of relevant stakeholders and who can deal with that. So that, for example, after the emergency, Troy will do a tour, and he, together with his committee, will do an assessment in relation to what areas have been seriously hit, what are the areas which are seriously in need of urgent attention. Because remember too, when the hurricane finishes, the management doesn't finish. So part of his report will go to C.E.M.O, and then that may even go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to deal with foreign aid, so that we may need resources to come in the country immediately. One of the things you may think that a hurricane doesn't hit Belize, but our agricultural sector is hit quite significantly. So that all of that may need, and I suspect that even a year after the hurricane has gone and the emergency has dissipated, we still are having, our agricultural sector still is having impact, and there is planning from C.E.M.O and various stakeholders who deal with that. So that the structure of C.E.M.O and the committees that are set up in a certain way, so that those are the priority operational areas that we need to think about: transportation, traffic, housing, public health, accident and emergency, damage assessment.